In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create lists using HTML. We'll take a look and we start with the basic syntax of each web page. We have our HTML tags opening and closing our document. We have our head tags that include all the information that we have about our page. In there, right now we just have the title tag that has the title of list that will appear in our tab in our browser window, and everything that we want to include in our page is going to be in between the body tags. I'm going to start by putting in a comment. A comment is not visible to whoever's looking at our page, but it is visible within the code to kind of give us a reminder of what we're doing. So I'm going to start by making an unordered list. This list is going to appear with little black dots or bullets in front of them. So let's make an unordered list of our favorite foods. In order to create an unordered list, I want to start with a UL tag, and I'll end with a UL tag. Each item on my list, or list item, has to appear in between LI tags. So let's say that my two favorite foods are apples and oranges. Those will be wedged in between my two UL tags. I'm going to save and refresh my page. And I see my favorite foods with my two indented bulleted items. Let's take a look at an ordered list. This will be automatically numbered. And let's say I want to make a list of my favorite classes. An ordered list is going to appear in between opening and closing OL tags. Each item on my list will automatically be numbered, starting with 1 by default. I could change this if I wanted to. Let's say that Web 1 is my favorite class. Let's say that math, love math, and let's put gym on our list. Okay, each item on our list is wedged in between opening and closing LI tags. I'm going to save and refresh. And I see my ordered list automatically numbered for me. Let's say I wanted to create a nested list. So underneath math, I wanted to list a few of my favorite math classes. So I'm going to put my cursor in between math and the closing LI tag, and I'm going to put a couple hard returns in there. And let's say I want to make an unordered list of a few of my favorite math classes. So I'm going to put in my UL tag and an LI to say that, let's say I love algebra and geometry. And I will close it with a closing UL tag. This is going to be bulleted underneath math. I'm going to save and refresh. And here I see my indented bulleted list. Notice that the bullets next to algebra and geometry are different next to apples and oranges. Since it's been indented, they're going to change by default. Later on, when we get more into CSS changes, we can definitely change the appearance. All right, one last type of list is a description list. A lot of times we'll see this with definitions. So let's put a comment in here that we're going to make a description list. And let's make a list of web terms. I'm going to start my description list with a DL tag, and I'll end it with a closing DL tag. Each new term, each definition term, is going to be wedged in between DT tags. So let's say I want to define HTML, and my definition is going to appear in between DD tags. So HTML is hypertext markup language. That's what it stands for. It's a web language used to create web pages, and this is what we're learning in class right now. Let's say we also wanted to define CSS. That's going to appear in between DT tags, and DD is going to be our definition, and CSS stands for cascading style sheets. And we'll learn a lot more about how those two things work together as the semester moves on. Everything is going to appear in between our DL tags. I'm going to save and refresh. And here we go. Notice that my definition term, my HTML, is going to be pushed all the way over to the left, and the hypertext markup language, the definition is going to be indented over by default. This concludes our list. Try it out on your own.